Hello there, I'm Kaden Manpour, and I am doing my second review of the second season of Peacemaker. Since it is the middle of the season, there will be spoilers, so please leave if you have not seen the second episode. Other than a few things I said in my premiere review, the first episode was a good start for a new season of everyone's second favorite anti-hero with a foul mouth who originated from a different universe than the main one that's being watched. And this episode certainly surpassed the first. While Peacemaker's comedy has definitely died down a lot, I would have loved a joke about a rumor about Superman like he did about Aquaman the last season, but it is best not to repeat jokes. Besides, Vigilante definitely fills the comedy quite well.
Oh, okay.
Just hand it to him.
I'll just hand it to him.
Legit, take anything he says out of context, and it is so much funnier.
I'm into sex because, like a lot of people, it's an opportunity to bond with my best friend.
But the highlight of this episode is definitely Tim Meadows' character, Langston Fury, which at first I thought was just gonna be a quick character for cheap laughs. Like his nickname and his bird blindness joke. At first, that wasn't that funny, and I was confused why they kept coming back to it, but it made it worth it for that last dumb joke that kind of paid off when he said he got attacked by a duck when he was referring to Eagly. Kind of like the Justice Gang joke in Superman.
That's a cool name.
I also enjoyed the scene in the beginning with Economos and Flag where they looked through the files and discovered how his son was killed in a really detailed way, which shows that Peacemaker obviously remembered it vividly because of how traumatizing to kill his teammate was. Though I really hope that Economos makes a joke about Flag using hair dye or something, because I can't be the only one annoyed that the fact that he looks so very different than the cartoon canon version of the character. Now it is time for a segment I will call, Hey Batman, where ya at? Is this a copy of Where the Heck is Spider-Man? Nope, you're wrong. This is completely different. Now, shut up. Now that Creature Commandos has established Batman does live in the DCU, but just won't show up for a while, probably after the Batman Part 2, I have to ask, where he at? Peacemaker is now being constantly scanned by Argus, which might put Batman in a state of ease about the whole situation, and along with the fact that the only thing Peacemaker has done wrong was kill a variant of himself in a different dimension and take his phone, Batman has bigger penguins to fry. Though I have a valid theory at my last video that if he does do something wrong, another Batman may attack Peacemaker, and sadly, Peacemaker doesn't have any family members that have the similar names as Bruce's family members.
Martha!
Though the soldier that Fury had, barely legal, does have an undercover Robin look, and that's Batman, where ya at? Back to the show though, there are a few cons, and it mainly has to do with James Gunn's humor this season. If you've seen any of my other videos, you guys know I love James Gunn as a director. He is really good at making things hopeful, funny, but he can also make things weird. Like all the unnecessary nudity that suddenly appeared this season, and it doesn't really add to the story. And when this very kind woman thinks Hardcore is getting beat up by a boyfriend, and Hardcore is being really rude to her because she is misunderstanding it, but the serious tone does give off that this season is going to give a different take than the comedy-focused Season 1, and a more character-focused Season 2, which includes Peacemaker having a realization that him and Hardcore could never be in the same dimension. And I like that they had a bunch of unfocused camera things whenever he was starting to feel very depressed about it. And he kept finding different ways to cope with it. Just have it make more sense with the show. It's not like I don't know that this is TVMA. Like the eagerly bloody scene was awesome, but mostly because it fit with the story. The nudity did not. Either way, the show seems to only be getting better from here, and honestly, I'm getting more and more interested with Economos' story in this season of having to spy on his own friends and trying to keep it from them. They even threw a party with him, even though he's kind of been there watching them the whole time. Which in the trailer, I thought the party was going to be in a different dimension where everyone is happy, but this is so much more heartwarming actually. And being here at the party and then is a good contrast to after when Chris is depressed when he gets home. And by the way, in this video, Hardcore is just laughing, asking Chris to stop the video, and he isn't saying anything, so is he just standing there?
Oh, Chris, turn that
my God. Come on. Come on.
Now, before I go, I have one last theory for how Rick Flag is going to chase after Peacemaker. In the trailer, it shows that the soldiers are traveling through the quantum unfolding chamber and looking through the different universes.
It's just common sense. Anybody knows you gotta keep your worlds apart.
And of course, Flag gets blinded by revenge, and even saying that this is the same Rick Flag from Creature Commandos that was also blinded by his own priorities of protecting the princess over the obvious signs that she was evil. I don't think anyone in their right mind would send human beings into random portals because Peacemaker might be there when he has a non-living robot with him as well that he could always rebuild. Yes, I am saying that Flag might send the Creature Commando GI robot to kill Peacemaker.
Are these Nazis, General?
Last time we saw GI Robot, he was killed in somehow one of the most heartwarming deaths of the season, where he got shot down thinking he was killing Nazis one last time, and then he was rebuilt a la Groot style into a bulkier version of himself after dying. And Rick Flag does trust GI Robot, and if Rick Flag tells GI Robot that Peacemaker is the son of the White Dragon himself, GI Robot would literally make his robot face smile and skip giddily along to kill him, and nobody could stand in his way. Anyways, Peacemaker Season 2 seems to be only going up from here, and this is Caden Mattenpour saying...
You stay classy.